Okay, so there was a problem you guys had an issue with, and that was mainly this one right here. If you see it, we're trying to graph this, but the paragraph was saying to use parabolic mode. Alrighty. So in order to do this, I actually had to Google it myself. I was more hoping I could assign some technology things to you guys. You guys would figure it out. A few kids had problems with it, so I had to eventually learn it myself, which I did. I know what parabolic mode is from college. I didn't really know how to use it on the graphing calculator, which they ask you to do. So, when you go to mode, you notice that it should be initially in function mode. And when you're in function mode, then what you see is, okay, stop. You see a y because it's a function. You have a y and an x. But if you go to parabolic, and you go to y equals, you notice, oops, did it not certify it? Yeah, it's in parabolic. Alrighty. You notice that now you have x in terms of t and y in terms of t. Because if you parameterize a function, you pretty much are creating two functions with respect to t. You're essentially adding a time variable. So x is in terms of time and y is in terms of time. So what you're supposed to be doing is they're telling you what x equals, right? When x equals, you put the equation in here, and now it's a little bit different, especially when you go to the window. So I input the function here like it asked me to do. But when you look at the window is now weird. It has minimum of y's and x, minimums of x's and y's like we used to. But now it's talking about time. And also has a time step. That helps when you do the tracing. Since we now have a time variable, we have, when we trace, we are pretty much plotting what x and y are going to be at certain times. Now, because the problem initially only gave me x to work with, in your y, you can let y, in your y line, you can just put 0. And then all that means is it's going to do it on the x-axis. So let's go ahead and graph, let me explain what I did. I started my time from 0, like you always should. I did it to 10 seconds. I kind of estimated 10 seconds would be good. And I did my step 0.1, which means that I'm going to, when I trace, look at every 10th of a second in order to see what my point's going to be. So let's graph it. So it's going to graph it. Okay, the reason why I don't see anything is because the line's actually there, it's on the x-axis. I don't like that, because I don't really see it. So let me go ahead and put a 1 there. Okay, you see a line? Now you notice how first this side came and then that one. I'll explain why. Let's press trace. At time equals 0, x is 27, y is 1, so my window isn't big enough. Let's change it up. Let's make that 30. And let's make that negative 30. I want it to exist when I'm actually looking at it. Okay, so trace. Okay, that's where we are. You see it? As you go to the right, you will see the movement of, let's go ahead and say this is a ball. So we start at 27, but then we reach 0, but then we go up again. Or we go up far. 43, 45, 52, 50, 60, 70, 70. Oh, now we're decreasing. So we were at about 76, and then we started to decrease. And we're now back here. And at 10 seconds, we're at negative 23. So it seems the motion is we start at 23, then we go to 0, then we go up all the way up to a really high number, and then we go down again. So that's because I ended at 10. You could have went ahead and put 20, done it for 20 seconds. For 20 seconds, it might have gone even further down. Who knows? So let's trace it. Oh, I could have actually increased the graph, the x value, but I know it's going to stop at 2076. It's going to go back down, and yeah, see? After 10 seconds, it goes further down. Oh, it goes really far down. Negative 300. Okay, at that point, it's safe to say it's just going to go to negative infinity. Yeah, it's definitely going to negative infinity. Alrighty, so that's how I use parametric mode on the graphing calculator.